Hey, what's up everybody out there in Learning Land? This is Tyler from 10thumbspro.com coming at you with a new guitar tutorial like we do every single Monday. Today we're breaking down all 9 beginner chords that you need to know on your guitar. Up there in the notes and in the links below, we're going to have a beginner song tutorial playlist as well that will use songs that we're going to teach you only using these chords. So right after you watch this tutorial, you can start to learn some of your favorite songs as well. You can also find some information on Patreon, which is some additional information for each lesson to accelerate your learning. Why don't we go ahead and grab our guitar? Brain and attention span. Once you have those 3 things, follow me on in and let's learn these 9 must-know beginner chords. The first chord, maybe the most important chord on the guitar, is the C major. Your ring finger will play the 3rd fret of the A string. Your middle finger will play the 2nd fret of the D string, and your index finger will play the 1st fret of the B string. Okay, note how my fingers, I'm not laying them flat, I'm coming in at an angle, okay? This too, also, we're strumming just from this A string. You do not strum this low E. Okay? C major, must know chord. Okay, our next chord is the G chord. Middle finger, 3rd fret of the E string. Index finger, 2nd fret of the A string. And your ring finger down here will play the 3rd fret of the high E. For this chord, you'll strum all 6 strings. G major. The next chord is a D major. Now for the D major, we're actually only going to strum 4 strings: the D string, G string, B string, and E string. You're going to get your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the high E. And you're going to strum from the D. D major. Okay, the next one is the A major. Now, the A major, I would encourage using these 3 fingers instead of these 3 fingers. It will help you later with bar chords and other chords, and it's also just easier to get these 3 fingers on. You're going to have your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, ring finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and your pinky on the 2nd fret of the B with the open high E. And you're going to strum from the A string, so you will not strum this low string here, just these 5 strings. And that is the A string, or the A chord, excuse me. You see how my thumb makes contact here? That helps mute this in case I'm strumming really quick and accidentally hit that E string. It's not necessary, but it's just a little tip. E major, maybe the captain of all chords on the guitar. That's debatable. The D, the G, the C, they have their arguments too. All these chords are super important. Middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, ring finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and your pointer on the 1st fret of the G string, playing the open B and E, and you're going to strum all 6 strings. The E major chord. Okay, we have one more major chord, but it's the trickiest, so we're going to save it for the last. We're going to do our minor chords. Let's take this E major and move everything down a string. So our middle finger's on the 2nd fret of the D string, our ring finger's on the 2nd fret of the G string, and our pointer finger's on the 1st fret of the B string. We're not going to play the low E, so we're going to strum from the A string down, just those 5 strings. And this is our A minor, our first minor chord. Notice how it sounds more somber, sad, melancholy. In general, minor chords evoke sadder emotions and major chords evoke happier emotions. E minor, maybe the easiest of all chords, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, ring finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. You're going to play all 6 open. The E minor chord. Anytime I play that chord, I think of Heart of Gold. Okay, anyways, this isn't a Heart of Gold tutorial, but that chord reminds me of that song. One more minor chord. This one is probably the trickiest, kind of deceptively tricky. 2nd trickiest chord on our list for sure. Middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. Ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and your index finger will play the 1st fret of the high E. And just like our other D, we're only strumming from the D string down. So we're strumming just these 4 strings. We're not strumming the E or the A string. D minor. All right, and the last one, I saved it for last for a reason, is the F chord. The full F is this big bar chord, but you're a beginner. You're not ready for that chord. There are other ways to play this F, even though this is still going to be the trickiest way, or the trickiest one, not the trickiest way to play this chord. Once you feel more comfortable with these other chords and you're ready to tackle F, here in the notes, if you click that little I, there'll be a video to learn how to play the F chord in all of its shapes, from the easiest being this one, gradually making them more difficult. Your first finger will be responsible for the 1st fret of both the E and the B strings. Your middle finger will play the 2nd fret here on the G string. And your ring finger will play right here, the 3rd fret of the D string. You're only going to strum those 4 strings. And this is an F major chord. Decidedly tricky because of this little baby bar here. But you will see the F major chord a lot. And even though it's the hardest beginner chord, it's still a beginner chord. So make sure you take the time to learn it. The sooner you get it out of the way, the better you're going to be in your guitar playing journey. And there you have all 9 beginner chords, friends. With those, you can play literally hundreds of thousands of songs. Check out our beginner chord playlist up in the notes as well. All right, good luck on your guitar journey, and I hope to continue to help you progress, and I hope to continue to show you how to make these chords turn into music, my friends. Take care, love, peace, and chicken grease. Life is good. Great job, everybody. If you made it here, that means you learned all 9 chords and you're ready to check out that beginner song playlist to start putting these chords into practice right now. Now, clearly there are many other chords. The next step is going to be for you to start learning bar chords, but don't push yourself right away. Enjoy these. These chords can get a lot of stuff done. There's a lot of songs you can play with them, and you can start having fun right away. So practice them, warm up in your warm-ups, go through all 9 of them, learn some of your favorite songs that have them, keep on rocking and rolling, and keep loving life. We'll catch you next Monday for our next guitar tutorial, if I can untwist my tongue, and I'll see you next Monday for our next guitar tutorial. Have a lovely week. Take care. Rock and roll, friends.